Well, howdy again. I'm still puttering around in the kitchen, and I'm going to make some green salsa. Now, I got this recipe many years ago from my cousin Wanda, and we've used it, and it's good, and I could eat it like a soup. So I've already got the seed out of my avocados, but I was going to show y'all. I'm going to bring the camera up and just show you. Well, maybe you can see it from there. When I want to just get it out for a dip, I just use a regular, we call it a tablespoon, and I just turn it around in there and scoop out that avocado. And then you have just an empty shell to throw away. So I'm going to get the rest of these out of their shell, and then I'm going to take you over to the food processor where I'm going to whip up this salsa. And it's easy and quick, and I'll give you the recipe so that you can add it to your box. And think about good old Texas and the Tex Mex while you're doing it. I will bring you back in just a minute over at the food processor, and we'll get it whizzed up. Okay, it calls for 4 avocados, but mine were smaller, so I put 5 small avocados. And you need 16 ounces of sour cream. And you just get it all in your processor. I could save this and put it in the icebox, and people would have to open 40 things to see what they were looking for, but that's okay. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, then the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of regular salt, so I'm putting 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan and 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic. You need 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and I buy the organic lemon juice. You need 3 ounces of cream cheese. And last of all, once we get this blended, we're going to add a can of Rotel tomatoes, or your favorite brand of tomatoes with green chilies, and this is a 10-ounce can. And you're going to need about 4 ounces of your green chilies. Now this is a 7-ounce can, so I'm just gonna estimate, but you just want the green chilies that are in a can added to it for a little bit of heat. So I'm going to get my lid on here and whiz it up. You want to get it really creamed well. Now you want to add your green chilies. That's a half a can. And there's a little bit more. That ought to be about the right amount. And my Rotel. And you don't want to just whiz the fire out of this. You just want to bump it off and on, pulse it a little bit until it's kind of mixed in, because you want it to have a little bit of texture to it. And I think that is sufficient. So the recipe is 4 avocados, 16 ounces of sour cream, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of lemon juice, 3 ounces of cream cheese, 1 can of Rotel tomatoes or tomatoes with green chilies, and about 4 ounces of your green chilies that have been canned. And that's it. So I'm going to get over here and get this dished up, and I'll get me something to taste it with, and I'll show y'all what it tastes like. Here's the salsa, and it made a big old bowl of it. You can see how big that bowl is. I did whiz up, and after I chopped it, it was like 2 tablespoons of cilantro that I stirred into it because I like cilantro. So that's an addition to the recipe that I did. And I'll be right back and show you how it looks all ready to serve. Okay, here I've plated it up. with some chips in this little actual bowl. Probably, I think, was maybe for soup and crackers. But it makes an excellent thing for chips and dip too. So there you go. It's pretty and it tastes wonderful. So there you have another one of our recipes. And y'all, this is why I keep telling you to get with your family, gather your family, make some memories. This recipe is from one of my cousins, and you know why I have it? Because we spent time together and we shared the things that we enjoyed. And so every time we make it, we have memories that pop in our head of fun times that we had together. So, you know, do what I've been telling you. Gather that family close and have your own little private party. You can make it a festive atmosphere with just you and your kids and your honey, or a couple of friends over. And when it's a party atmosphere, it makes you happy, makes you smile. So put some good food on the table or on the bar and gather some folks around and enjoy some good food and fellowship. Turn those devices off and just talk to each other one-on-one, and you'll make a lot more memories than with a text. I'll tell you, it sticks with you longer. Get you a hug, let them know you love them. Say your prayers, talk to the good Lord, and give Him praise and thanks for what He's provided for you and allowed you to enjoy. And come right back here tomorrow for another good recipe. The good Lord bless y'all.